Welcome, I'm Rabbi Phil Bressler of Beit Am in Corvallis, Oregon, and this is the daily summary video for the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch Yomi Daily Halakha Learning Project, covering the passage from Siman 119, Seif 3 to Seif 5. You can find links to the Hebrew and English text of this passage and to the calendar of upcoming passages in this video's description. We're still talking about our Passover Seder, working our way through, and even though we've been talking about the 4 cups consumed throughout the Seder, we're back at the beginning now, just after the Kiddush, the part called Kadesh in your Haggadah. We reach Urchatz, it's time to wash your hands, this time without a bracha. At Karpas, dip your karpas, dip your green vegetable in salt water, make the blessing Borei Pri Ha'adama, and eat it while reclining to the left. At Yachatz, the leader breaks the middle matzah into 2 pieces and wraps up the larger one as the afikomen, surreptitiously, hopefully hiding it for someone to find. Then we begin the Magid. We begin the retelling of the story of the Exodus with Halach Ma'anya. The Kitzur here notes slight variations in the wording. The second cup is filled, and a child is instructed to ask the 4 questions. That's Man Ishtana Halayla Hazeh Mikol Halelot. Now, originally, the questions were supposed to be spontaneously generated, and that still can be done, but these 4 became crystallized in the Haggadah text itself, and now they are simply recited. These are the questions that have to get asked. Now, even if you're all by yourself, as a matter of fact, you have to ask yourself and answer for yourself the 4 questions. Continuing from there with Avadim Chayinu, we were slaves in Egypt. And this is important. The traditional text of the Haggadah is in Hebrew. But the point is for you and everyone at your Seder to understand the significance of the story. So the Kitzur says explicitly to explain what's going on and to use a Haggadah with a translation if you need to. Continue through Rabban Gamliel Haya Omer. We raise our cups for V'hi She'amda. And throughout, it's important to be demonstrative as the Seder leader. When you're talking about the matzah, show the matzah. When you're talking about the maror, show the maror, etc., etc. Not the shank bone, though, not the zro'ah, because remember, we don't want to give the impression that it's an actual sacrifice at all. Finally, we bless and drink from the second cup at the end of Magid, and we reach Rochza, wash your hands again, this time with the blessing, Al Netilat Yadayim. We make Motzi over Matzah, and we bless Al Achilat Matzah, all that work we did to learn about the halachot of preparing the matzah for the mitzvah of eating at the Passover Seder comes down to this: when we bless and eat our shiur, our minimum amount of matzah, from the top and remaining half of the middle matzah, of course, while reclining to the left. That's all for today. As always, our learning is dedicated to Rabbi Shlomo Gansfried, the author of the Kitzur, and the historic Jewish community of Uzhhorod, Ukraine. See you tomorrow.